How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the 100% walkthrough for The Last Hero of Nostalgaia. So in the last episode, we took out Nam the Consumer, and we are going to move on here, but quickly, I forgot to show you guys a shortcut at the beginning of this area. So, take care of these guys real quick. Not that I really have to, but take care of these guys and show you guys where that leads to. I did put a note in the previous video, so if you guys have not seen that or explored on your own, then I will show you that now. So in this episode, we will be continuing on, as I said, and not progressing too much further into the next area. We will, time permits, we will probably just dip our toe in there. That area is kind of extensive, so we want to kind of leave that for its own episode. I'm just gonna run past these guys here. But we have some backtracking we're gonna do in order to remember some relics and whatnot. So maybe a fair amount of running around this episode. Okay, so there is the door where the blacksmith is. So right here is a shortcut that should look familiar to you once we get out there. So this leads us to that door in the depths of where we met Lady Sko and Nero for the first time. And I showed you this door and said we'd get it later. So there it is. Nice little shortcut back to the depths if you need it. Not super helpful, but as I said, there are lots of shortcuts to all the different areas, lots of interconnectivity. I do dig that. So, moving on, we are going to run right through the boss arena, and we are going to talk to Vengeance. Next spot that she pops up. And she is not hostile this time. So make sure you don't smack her in the face. So if you have to run back and forth in this area,
Again,
it is a bit of a
the
pain.
narrator felt Nostalgaia's heart open a little more. Those who had long clenched it were being made to let go. Memories cascaded over the narrator.
Decent amount of running. There's Vengeance.
I've put down my arms. Please, parley with me. You might have taken this as an opportunity to dispatch me. Perhaps I misjudged you originally. I am, well, you may call me... My name has no meaning. Call me... Vengeance. I watched you approach the consumer's banquet. You rid Nostalgaia of his gluttony. By chance, our paths are aligned. Beyond the wilds, across this canyon, lies the Keep of the Stolen Crown. A great one has usurped its throne. I will purge this kingdom of all that strangle it. Though I do not recognize your story, I do know your make. You are one of them. Yet also, somehow, less than them. And I suspect, in some way, even less than me. Forgive my staring. I mean, none of this is an insult. Your peculiarity may be the thing that saves you from their fate. I wish you well on your quest, so long as it is true. Should you falter, I will kill you. I wish you well on your... Should you... I will kill...
So, she will show up, not the next area, but the area after that. And she does have a, what's considered a missable achievement for her quest.
The way was impassable, the quest now impossible. Suddenly, and for no reason at all, and without implying any third-party emotional investment, hope bridged the divide.
So, right here we want to remember the shelter shield. Okay, so over the Rainbow Bridge and through the woods into
What have I done?
into Warlock's wilds. As I was saying about Vengeance, she does have a missable achievement, potentially, if you choose the wrong dialogue option later on, but we will go over that at the proper time. And here is the Reservoir of Pain.
Is it ironic that Nostalgaia's heart can now consume the consumer? Nom nom nom!
Okay. So, over here, important little item and important little shortcut. So, we cannot go this way quite yet. But, over this way. Go through here. And go down the windy path. We are going to come across, I always forget his name, Blade the Bold's withered icon right here. So, you should, as soon as possible, take that back to him without progressing further into Warlock's Wilds. I don't know what the missable point is where you can potentially screw that quest up, but it happened to me in my first playthrough. So being on the safe side, this hooks back up with Warshaft Village and the where we first went into the depths with the blacksmith. So we are going to backtrack for a minute back down here to remember a few relics, and then we are going to go back and give Blade the Bold his withered icon before progressing into Warlock's Wild, so we do not screw up his quest. So down here, we're going to remember the legendaric that we got from the grinder. As you can see, it's a good strength weapon as well. It's kind of slow, but it's like a truck. Okay. Now we also want to give the other key, the Easy Maker key, to the shopkeeper and buy whatever she has new in stock. It's gonna have a few new weapons. Relics. Pick those up.
Who are you? Give me pardon, my hero.
Now, you can also choose that.
What do you bring me? Oh, of course. An Easy Maker crate. Shall we open?
So you can also choose listen and get some lore and stuff like that from her. So we can now buy fragments of tradition, which is good. I should have bought one of those. I should buy one of those. I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now though. Got a sorcery, shields, Heaven's Rim, and Predator's Putter. And the butterfly knife. Yeah, that's not a relic. It already has its special ability and stuff like that. Now it's got a critical damage increase. Didn't realize that. Okay, so Nostalgaia pill cures recursion, and then the other cures degradation. We won't come across recursion until the last area of the game. Pretty nasty. It's kind of like Scarlet Rot. Degradation isn't. It's kind of nasty too, honestly. Okay, so now we're gonna go over here and remember the Bucko Blade. Just want to see something real quick. I remember to do the memory for Nam's dancing pole. Okay, I guess I already did the remembered the brain piercing as well. I was checking. I still have to go back and remember Nam's dancing pole. We'll do that right now, though. Okay, so down here, we're going to remember the Bucko Blade, but first we should take out these weird dog things, whatever they are. Okay. So you can see these messages on the ground too. If you see like weird areas that you're like, why is this area here? And you see messages on the ground, guaranteed it's probably tied to a relic remembrance area. Okay. And I was just thinking I should remember the Heaven's Rim here. Oh wow, it's got 86% defense against degradation. That's pretty good. Might have to use that later on in the game. Again, the reason why I don't know that right now is because I did not have access to the shop on my first playthrough. So some of these shields and weapons are these are the first time I'm seeing them. Sit down. Here we are, showed you guys this before, we are going to remember the Noble Epine up here. So we do have access to these glitch doors now, so that's 500 that costs. Now be careful in this room. Jesus, I almost did it again. Over in that corner over there where I just rolled, I was trying to break stuff, and my first playthrough, and I ended up getting stuck in between the box and the table, and I couldn't get out. I quit out the game and everything. I had to basically use a fireplace stone to get back to the last beacon to get out of there. So I was stuck. So weird. So we got that remembered. Now, I believe we have to go this other spot over here. Tavern. Probably should have did this when we were in the tavern before, but we'll have to go back there anyway. Either way. After this, we are basically done in this area. There are a few more later game relics that we will have, that we will get, and have to come back here. But for the most part, the majority of them in this area are complete. So we gotta get to the second floor here. Because if you remember, there is a glitch door up on the second floor. Which is right here. The 500 memory. Bunch of NPC memories here. Bunch of currency, basically. And another rune. That one. Critical hits regenerate health. That one's pretty nice. May potentially put that on at some point. Okay. Right here, need to remember the Shield of Nalstran. That's got some nice defense against source damage. Honestly, I may put that on for the next area. The enemies there, never noticed that sign before. The enemies there can do source damage. So even if you're blocking and you don't have 100% source defense on your shield, it's gonna go through your shield. The letters are so weird sometimes. Alright, so I am gonna make a run back to where we were, and over in the Warlock Wilds, and I will meet you guys over there. We will start dipping our toe into the new area. Actually, forgot that we have to talk to Blade the Bold. Almost forgot. I got over here and I was like, shit, I gotta talk to him.
Did you find old Blade's icon?
Yep.
I'll be a little worse for wear, but Thanks, kid. Bold, they called me. Though I never earned the title. Back in my cycle, there was still hope that a champion would spawn. Someone to counter the evils of our kind. I had the conviction, all right. Don't you doubt it. Just lacked the courage to carry it. So I never faced the pipe layer. Broke the oath implicit in what we are. I had ambitions back in the day. Save a princess. Become a venerable archetype. All that starry-eyed nonsense. The cycles wear on you, kid. They wear on you. Used to be a lot of heroes in these cells. When the chasm emerged, well, it offered a better solution for those who wouldn't cower. Guess that's why I was never taken. My icon had already withered with my bravery. Huh. To think, all this time, I could have just died. Don't make the same mistakes I did, kid. You be the hero old Blade couldn't be. I know you can. Don't make the same mistakes I did, kid. You be the hero old Blade. I know you can.
Alright. So he should meet us a couple areas from now. So hopefully I got that right this time. So meet you over in Warlock Wilds. Okay. Into the woods we go. Now, this area is pretty extensive, like I said. And the enemies over here are kind of annoying. But we will get through it. As you can see, I put the other shield on. Try and mitigate some source damage. Okay, so first couple enemies you come across here are going to be these little assassin dudes. They can run up behind you and like do an assassination on your back, basically like a backstab. Some of them just outright come after you. Other ones they're trying to be sneaky and they sneak up behind you and stuff like that. There's other ones like this guy that hide up in the tree. That kind of like firework looking stuff that he was doing. Basically, it will do degradation damage to you. Okay, so this place reminds me of... You need these tokens. This place reminds me of Fair and Keep in Dark Souls 3. You have to... There are 4 crystals on these podiums that you need to light. Oh, here come the assassins. So basically... You need to light those crystals. There are 4 of them throughout the area in order to progress. So they're giving you that first one there so you get the idea. There are these little enemies that look like kids, I guess, or something. Like that one that's lying on the ground there. So you need to go after those enemies. And this is what happens if you don't light those. See that? See how much damage I just took right there? That is ridiculous. So you have to light these in order to get through this area. Because your health bar will just melt. Otherwise. Okay. So it shows that we use the token for the first crystal. Now, over here is going to be an achievement. First, we'll deal with this little asshole. Sneak up behind you. This jackass up in the tree. Take care of him. These guys are just everywhere. Okay, so you come up the ramp there. Get this item first. There's another sorcery. Overflow Nova Code. Where is that now? Yeah, that leaves a trail of damage. And briefly stuns close by enemies. Okay, so come up the ramp here, and then you want to go back here to this tree. You want to smack this tree with your weapon 20 times. And there is an achievement tied to that. It's called something like looking up a guide isn't cheating or something like that. So it says look up an achievement online. So all right, looking. See some other items over here. Oh, so first, Skelly. Lots of skellies and assassins in this area. Skellies will like come out of tombstones and pop out of the ground, so watch your step pretty much. Take some fall damage here, but I want to go back around. Alright, so grab the loaded die here. We have grabbed everything over here, I believe. I like to have the shield out in this area just because it's dark. Even though the little tiny guys, like, they're hard to see when they swing at you, roll out of the way. Everybody's running around trying to sneak attack you. I mean, it's a good idea to have a shield out. But that's just me. So the Sword of Service is a important weapon that's tied to some other relics. So you need to remember that one before you can remember some of the other ones. So they have some of the relics have some prerequisites. Where is that? There it is. So it's got dex and source scaling. We have another friend in the tree up here. Just looking, see if there's more items. If I missed any, I don't think so. No. Get over here. Look at this dude juking me. Damn. Okay. And we got Lost One's Visage. So that, you would have to farm those dudes for that, but I didn't have to on the first playthrough either. It just like kind of automatically dropped for me. That we need to remember in another spot in this area.
What had come over the sensible narrator? Rather than chronicle the protagonist, more and more he talked of himself.
So we got an NPC fight here.
Brittany Clarkson!
Brittany.
Brittany Clarkson!
So Brittany likes to roll 4 times and then attack. She can do a lot of damage. So just watch out for that. Be wary that she's doing a lot of rolling and then she attacks.
Brittany Clarkson!
She hits you and then you go and try and hit her. She's going to be rolling around like dodging your attack, so just be aware of that. But I think I am going to leave it here, guys. Like I said, this area is pretty extensive, so we will continue on the next episode. Hopefully you're all doing well. Stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.